Hello, my friend. Welcome to Fluent English Stories. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you stopped, really stopped, and asked yourself this question? What have I actually achieved this year? Not what you failed at, not what you wish you had done, but what you actually did. Today I want to talk to you about something that most people never do. They rush from one year to the next without ever pausing to understand their own journey. And you know what happens? They forget how far they have come. They forget how much they have grown. They forget that every single day they showed up was a victory. I know what you are thinking right now. You are thinking, well, I did not do much this year. Or maybe you are thinking, I made so many mistakes. But listen to me carefully, my friend. That voice in your head, that voice that says you are not good enough, that voice is lying to you. And today, together, we are going to prove it wrong. Before we start, I want you to do something for me. I want you to think about one moment from this year. Just one moment when you felt proud of yourself. Maybe it was small. Maybe it was when you understood an English sentence without translating it in your head. Maybe it was when you spoke English to someone and they understood you. Maybe it was something completely different. Just think about that moment. Hold it in your mind. We will come back to it. Now let me tell you a story. Last January, I met a student. Let me call her Maria. Maria came to me and she said, I want to speak English fluently this year. I want to be confident. I want to stop being afraid. And I said, okay, Maria, that is a beautiful goal. But tell me, what does fluent mean to you? She thought for a moment and she said, fluent means I can talk to anyone without fear. I can express my thoughts. I can be myself in English. So we started working together. Maria practiced every day. Some days she practiced for 1 hour. Some days she practiced for 10 minutes. Some days she did not practice at all because life got busy. And you know what? That is completely normal. That is real life. We are not robots. We are humans with jobs and families and problems and tired days. But here is the interesting part. Last week, Maria sent me a message. She said, I just realized something. I had a conversation with my colleague in English today. We talked for 20 minutes about a project at work. And it was only later, when I was drinking coffee, that I realized something amazing. I was not translating in my head. I was not searching for words. I was just talking. The English was coming naturally. My friend, do you know what that moment was? That was Maria realizing she had changed. She had grown. She had become a different version of herself. And the beautiful thing is, she did not even notice it happening. Growth is like that. It happens slowly, quietly, day by day. And then one day you wake up and you realize, wow, I am not the same person I was last year. So let me ask you this question. Who were you in January? Think about it. What did you know? What could you do? What were you afraid of? And now, who are you today in December? What do you know now that you did not know then? What can you do now that you could not do before? What fears have you faced? You see, my friend, we spend so much time looking forward. We think about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. We make plans and goals and resolutions. And that is good. Planning is important. But we forget to look back. We forget to see how far we have walked. It is like climbing a mountain. If you only look up at the peak, you will feel tired and discouraged. But if you turn around sometimes and look down at where you started, you will feel strong. You will feel motivated. You will think, wow, I climbed all that way. This is called reflection. Reflection means looking back at your experiences and learning from them. It means asking yourself, what worked? What did not work? What did I learn? How did I change? And this is not just important for English learning. This is important for life. Let me give you a practical example. Think about your English learning this year. Maybe you tried different methods. Maybe you watched YouTube videos. Maybe you listened to podcasts like this one. Maybe you read books or talked with native speakers or took classes. Some things probably worked well. Some things probably did not work. And that is okay. That is part of the process. The question is, did you notice what worked? Did you pay attention? For example, maybe you discovered that you learn better in the morning. Or maybe you realized that watching movies with subtitles helps you more than without subtitles. Or maybe you found that speaking practice, even just talking to yourself, makes a big difference. These are valuable lessons. These are pieces of knowledge about yourself. And when you know yourself better, you can learn better. But reflection is not just about learning. It is also about acknowledging your efforts. Do you know what acknowledging means? It means recognizing something, accepting it, giving it value. My friend, you need to acknowledge yourself. You need to give yourself credit. You need to say, yes, I did that. I showed up. I tried. I did not give up. Think about all the days this year when you felt tired, but you still practiced English. Think about the times when you made a mistake and felt embarrassed, but you kept trying. Think about the moments when you did not understand something, but you asked for help. All of those moments matter. All of those moments are victories. I want to teach you something very important about the English language. We have different ways to talk about the past. We have the past simple tense, and we have the present perfect tense. And understanding the difference can help you think about your year in a powerful way. The past simple is for finished actions at a specific time. For example, last March, I started learning English grammar. Last summer, I watched English movies every week. In October, I had a conversation with a tourist, and I helped them find the train station. These are specific moments in time. They are finished. They are in the past. But the present perfect is different. The present perfect connects the past to now. It shows that something in the past is still relevant today, still important today, still affecting you today. For example, I have learned so much this year. I have improved my pronunciation. I have become more confident. Do you feel the difference? These are not just past events. These are changes that are still true now. These are parts of who you are today. So when you reflect on your year, use both tenses. Say, I started learning English in January. That is past simple. But also say, I have made progress. That is present perfect. because that progress is still with you. It is part of you now. You carry it into the new year. Now I want to talk about something difficult. I want to talk about failure. Yes, failure. Because, my friend, if you did not fail this year, you did not try hard enough. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Failure is how we learn. Failure is how we grow. Maybe you failed an English test this year. Maybe you tried to have a conversation and you could not express yourself. Maybe you started studying every day, but then you stopped after 2 weeks. Maybe you set a goal and you did not reach it. So what? Does that make you a bad person? Does that mean you should give up? Absolutely not. Let me tell you what failure really means. Failure means you tried. Failure means you had courage. Failure means you stepped outside your comfort zone. And that, my friend, is something to be proud of. Because most people never even try. Most people stay safe. They do not risk failure, so they never fail. But they also never succeed. They never grow. They stay exactly where they are, year after year. You are different. You are listening to this podcast right now. That means you care about growth. That means you want to improve. That means you are willing to try. And that makes you special. That makes you a learner. And being a learner is the most important thing in life. So when you look back at your failures this year, do not feel shame. Do not feel regret. Instead, ask yourself, what did this teach me? What did I learn about myself? How can I use this lesson next year? Turn your failures into wisdom. Turn your mistakes into knowledge. Here is a practical exercise I want you to do. Get a piece of paper and a pen, or open a note on your phone and write down 3 things. First, write down 3 successes from this year. They do not have to be big. Maybe you learned 10 new English words. Maybe you finished an English book. Maybe you made 1 new friend. Write them down. Second, write down 3 challenges you faced this year. Maybe you struggled with English grammar. Maybe you felt shy speaking. Maybe you did not have enough time to study. Write them down. Third, write down 3 lessons you learned. What did this year teach you? Maybe you learned that consistency is more important than perfection. Maybe you learned that mistakes are okay. Maybe you learned that you are stronger than you thought. Write them down. This simple exercise is powerful. When you write things down, they become real. They become clear. You can see them. You can understand them. And understanding is the first step to growth. Now, let me talk about something that many people forget. Progress is not always linear. Do you know what linear means? It means a straight line, always going up. Many people think progress should look like this. You start here, and every day you get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, always improving, never going down. But real progress does not look like that. Real progress goes up and down. Some days you feel great. Some days you feel terrible. Some weeks you improve a lot. Some weeks you feel like you are getting worse. This is completely normal. This is how learning works. This is how life works. Think about the ocean. The tide comes in and the tide goes out. It does not just keep coming in forever. It moves in cycles. But if you look at the big picture, if you step back and look at the whole year, you will see that overall the water has moved forward. You have moved forward. So do not judge yourself based on one bad day. Do not think you are failing because you had a difficult week. Look at the big picture. Look at where you were in January and where you are now. That is what matters. That is the truth. I also want to talk about something very important. Comparison. My friend, comparison is the enemy of happiness. When you compare yourself to other people, you always lose, because there will always be someone who is better than you at something. There will always be someone who speaks English more fluently, someone who learned faster, someone who has more opportunities. But you know what? That does not matter, because they are not you. They do not have your life, your challenges, your responsibilities, your starting point. Your journey is yours alone. And the only person you should compare yourself to is yourself. Who were you yesterday? Who are you today? Are you better than you were? Even just a little bit. Then you are winning. I have a student named Ahmed. Ahmed always compared himself to his classmates. He would say, "Look, Sarah speaks so much better than me. Look, David has such good pronunciation. Why am I so slow?" And I told him, "Ahmed, stop looking at them. Look at yourself. 3 months ago, you could not have this conversation with me. You could not express these thoughts. But now you can. That is your progress. That is what matters." It took time, but Ahmed finally understood. He started keeping a journal. Every week, he wrote down one new thing he could do in English. And slowly, he started to see his own growth. He stopped comparing. He started appreciating. And you know what happened? He became happier. And when he became happier, he learned faster. Because stress and anxiety block learning. But joy and confidence open the mind. So here is my advice to you, my friend. Stop scrolling through social media looking at people who seem perfect. Stop thinking about how far you have to go. Instead, celebrate how far you have come. Be proud of yourself. You deserve it. Now, as we reach the end of this year and the beginning of a new one, I want to give you a gift. This gift is not something you can touch or see. This gift is a mindset. This gift is a way of thinking. And if you accept this gift, it will change everything for you. The gift is this: you are already enough. Right now, today, exactly as you are enough. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to speak English like a native speaker. You do not need to know every word or every grammar rule. You just need to be yourself and keep trying. So many people think, I will be happy when I speak English fluently. I will be confident when I know more words. I will start living my life when I am better. No, my friend, that is backwards. Be happy now. Be confident now. Start living now. And the fluency will come. The words will come. The success will come. But it comes from joy, not from pressure. It comes from self-love, not from self-criticism. Let me ask you something. Do you remember the moment I asked you to think about at the beginning? That moment when you felt proud this year? I hope you still have it in your mind. Now I want you to really feel that moment. Close your eyes if you can. Remember how it felt. Remember the smile on your face. Remember the warmth in your chest. That feeling, that is proof. Proof that you can do this. Proof that you are growing. Proof that you are on the right path. And my friend, there will be many more moments like that. Next year, you will have new victories, new proud moments, new achievements. But only if you keep going. Only if you do not give up. Only if you believe in yourself. So as we finish today, I want to leave you with a challenge. Not a difficult challenge. A beautiful challenge. For the next 7 days, every evening before you sleep, write down one good thing that happened that day. It can be anything. Maybe you learned a new word. Maybe you helped someone. Maybe you smiled at a stranger. Maybe you just survived a difficult day. Write it down. Do this for 7 days. Why? Because this trains your brain to look for the good things. This trains your mind to notice progress. This helps you become more positive, more grateful, more aware of your own growth. And when you become more aware, you become more motivated. And when you become more motivated, you learn better. My friend, I am so grateful that you spent this time with me today. I am grateful that you are here, listening, learning, trying. You are amazing. You really are. And I want you to know that I believe in you. Even though I do not know your name or your face or your story, I believe in you. Because you are here. And being here means you care. And caring is everything. As you move forward into the new year, remember this. Every day is a new chance. Every moment is a new beginning. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to be present. You do not have to know everything. You just have to stay curious. You do not have to be fearless. You just have to be brave. And being brave does not mean not being scared. Being brave means being scared and doing it anyway. So go forward with confidence. Look back with gratitude. And live each day with purpose. Your English journey is not just about learning a language. It is about becoming a better version of yourself. It is about opening new doors. It is about connecting with the world. And you are doing it. You are really doing it. Thank you for being here today, my friend. Thank you for trusting me with your time. Keep learning, keep growing, keep believing. I will be here with you every step of the way. Until next time, take care of yourself. You are doing great. Goodbye, my friend.